So, yeah, in a kind of surprise to everyone, we have now seen Aliyah Boston being healthy for fever. So it's a weird one because obviously, she has a meniscus injury and she felt discomfort and subbed herself out. And look, there's always a world where she subbed herself out because it was in her head. And there's always a world where that's the case. And hopefully that is the case. And if you guys agree that it's great that Aliyah Boston's playing, you hope that nothing happens to her, subscribe. We are trying to get to 59,000 subscribers by the end of the day. We have gained 4 subscribers today. We need 13 more. So yeah, we got to talk about it because if we're being honest, this right here is a pretty good sign because the Portland Fire they're not a good team, they're a tricky team. So they work their ass off. These are a whole bunch of players that have a chip on their shoulder. On paper, they're one of the worst WNBA teams of all time. On paper, they're absolutely one of the worst teams ever, but they play unbelievably hard. And if you are the Fever, it can be a bit of a struggle. It's going to be a bit of a struggle because the Indiana Fever don't play that hard. Be very, very clear here. The Indiana Fever do not play incredibly, incredibly hard. So I'm going to be honest. It's the Fever are in a position where they kind of need Aliyah Boston to play. They absolutely need Aliyah to play because without Aliyah, I would be as soon as I saw the stats report here, I was like, okay, yeah, she's going to be out for at least one more game. She's going to be out for at least one more game because let's be very, very clear here. This was a injury that was very much implied to be implied. Like she is, even with her talking, she basically said, yes, the same thing from Unrivaled. So like it is a meniscus issue. But the thing is that it's one of those, like, obviously, they didn't deem it too badly if they didn't offer surgery. I have no idea whether that was an option because if it's only something slight, you don't need surgery. Albeit, it taking 2 months, you would assume it's something a little more than that. And it could just be a mental barrier. At this stage, it could literally just be the mental barrier of being like, okay, it is a, like, that she just sometimes, it feels a little bit weak because that can happen as well with meniscus injuries. Your knee can just feel weak sometimes. And like, there is that little bit of time where it just doesn't feel, it doesn't even, not even that doesn't feel right. Like you can be 80% off a meniscus injury and it just doesn't feel okay. You can be 100% healthy as in not risking, no risk of another injury, but like sometimes foot planting mightn't feel right. Or like a foot plant mightn't feel right. A move you make to the basket might not feel right. A defensive rotation might not feel right. And obviously they're being very cautious with it. They're being extremely, extremely cautious with it. And I don't mind that, especially early on in the season. I would rather than be overly cautious with these injuries than send her back playing too early. Because the reality is that she probably would have been okay to play. Or okay to play on against Washington. If she's playing right now and she's back at practice, it was obviously nothing. So it's one of these things where you can say, oh yeah, you know, people overreacted to this, but at the end of the day, like saying people overreacted, like doesn't really have much grounds because of what happened last year. And that there is, like, stuff to be said by the flat out lying by the front office. It wasn't even misleading. They just lied. They flat out lied. Like, and if you lie to your fans once, it becomes really, really tough to, like, it becomes really, really, really tough for the fans to trust you again. It takes not a lot of time to lose trust, but it takes years and years to build trust. So, at the end of the day, I don't think the Fever fans are going to trust injury reports anytime soon from the Indiana Fever. But coming into this game, this is big because the Portland Fire's bigs are awkward. Like, as in they play hard and they can spread the floor to an extent. Like, Aliyah Boston is like, she is a player who came over, drafted in the first round, is looking every bit like a first round pick. 7 points per game, is shooting the 3 ball. Not really blocking shots, but she's looking every bit like a first round pick, who again is 21 years old. So a super young rookie. One of the better power forwards. Louisa Geisel-Suter's kind of hooping. Emily Engstler looks great. Like this Portland Fire team, they're scrappy. They're really scrappy. Like Sarah Ashley Barker is looking like the player that came in to the WNBA. Like she's looking like that player. And yeah, I would say all around when it comes down to it, the Portland Fire are an awkward team. I don't think they're a good team. I think they're very, very awkward. And the Fever are going to need Aliyah Boston because the Fever got completely outworked by the Mystics, and they got killed inside by the Mystics. And yes, they don't have Shakira Austin and Kiki Riafen, but like, I have a weird feeling the Fever are going to make Meg Gustafson look like a superstar. I have a feeling the Indiana Fever could let Puok give them a bit of business. I have a weird feeling the Indiana Fever are going to let Sarah Williams cook them. Like, the Portland Fire, the one thing I'll say about the Fire is they have no bad players. Like, even Holly Winterburn coming in for nearly 20 minutes yesterday, they don't have bad players. It's not like they have any superstars, they don't have bad players. They're not like the Valks last year. But, like, if Carla Lake plays tomorrow, like, please, Stephanie, do not consider putting Caitlin Clark on her. Carla's too quick. She's too quick. Honestly, you got to put Kelsey Mitchell on her because she's too quick for Lexi and Sophie as well. She's going to run in open layups. So, yeah, that is, that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. Like, Aaliyah being back for this game is big. It is really, really big. And I think the Fever need her. This is one of those times where I'm like, the Fever absolutely need Aliyah Boston. And not getting Aliyah Boston is not having Aliyah Boston makes things incredibly tough. As good as May Shines Allen has been, they don't have any defense without Aliyah Boston. Like, Aliyah Boston's their only good defender in the team. And please do not say Lexi Hole in the comment section. She's a worse defender. In these new rules, she's a worse defender than Caitlin Clark. So yeah, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.